We sat with our legs up, on the chairs, and we're just like, what are we gonna do? So we decided to go outside. Outside for a reason. Yep. And so we went outside and sat on the patio, and some of the Wi-Fi was working a little bit out there. So we were checking emails, seeing if anyone responded to us. And the funny thing about it is we could hear music playing in the background, like they were partying. And this went on, us going back and forth into the outside the apartment and inside the apartment. It was 5:30 in the morning while the music was playing, and we were still outside. So we were sitting waiting for hours because the manager was supposed to come back and meet with us at 6:30 a.m. So we had to wait for him. So we couldn't contact anyone because we knew he was coming anyway. But we wanted out, and so.
Yeah. We were. It was so early. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. We was listening to them still partying and prayer call at the same time.
Yeah.
We hearing the prayer call and we hearing music, and so but we still don't know where we are, and so morning time comes.
Yeah, we still didn't sleep. We weren't sleeping.
Oh, we
at
never
all.
slept.
Never slept.
We never slept. We couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
We sleeping at the kitchen table with our feet on the kitchen,
But
on
we
the chairs.
sat. We
Yeah,
didn't
we
sleep.
sat rather, yeah. So, morning
right.
time come, the guy was supposed to meet us. The guy who let us in the apartment told us that the owner or whatever, the manager was going to meet us in the morning. Because we didn't pay any money or anything. They actually gave us a key and let us in because we did reserve the room. So they were familiar with who we were. So they just let us in, which we appreciated big time. We didn't like the raisins, but the service was like, we needed somewhere to be that night because we didn't know where we, like that. So that part kind of helped us out to have a safe haven. Yeah. And so the next morning I see a guy.
Yeah, and this is 8:30. He's supposed to get there at 6:30 a.m. It's 8:30 a.m.
Yeah, it's 8:30 a.m. now. Oh yeah. So look, before I saw him, I said, I got to go out here. I got to get out here and try to find a ride. Because we supposed to hear from him at 6 and then he ain't there. 7, he ain't there. So I go outside the compound. Now, mind you, here I'm in Africa. I don't know nobody. I'm seeing the dirt roads. I don't know where I am. I go to the corner. I see this young guy sweeping. He's sweeping dirt and trash or whatever up at this store. And I asked the man, you know where I can find a driver? You know where I can find a driver? He just look at me and he don't say nothing. So I said, you know where I can find a driver? And he looked at me and he just started laughing. He kept sweeping. He just looked up and kept laughing. So I said, well, I don't know if he didn't speak English. I didn't know if he just didn't want to help me or whatever. So I didn't, I said, okay, well, I can't talk to him. So I went to the corner. I remember we made a right to get in that one dirt road and another right to get to the apartment. So I went up the road, then I made a left. I looked left to see if I could see anything that looked familiar. It's nighttime, so I don't know what looked familiar at the morning now. So I see a guy standing there with a hood on. And I'm like, it reminded me of the hood. I'm like, man, this looked like a bad neighborhood. He's standing there with a winter coat on.
And it's hot outside.
And it's hot outside with a hood on, just standing there. But his back toward me, he's looking at the road. And so I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I could just go out there and talk. I don't think I could talk to him. The other guy just laughed at me. So I said, let me get my butt back in here. Yeah. I didn't know. I ended up this being a really beautiful, friendly country. I could have talked to anybody, but I had no clue at this point. Yeah. So I walked back into place. I go back in the room with Tanya, and then I hear some moving around out there. I said, oh man, that gotta be the guy. That gotta be the guy. So I go out there. I said, this your place? He said, I'm the manager. I said, you the guy that's supposed to be meeting us? He said, yeah. And then he just kept walking around working. And I said, I went back in. I said, yeah, he said he's supposed to be meeting us, but he ain't me. He all in the shed or something. So I said, let me go back out here. And I said, man, you the guy supposed to be meeting. Well, we need to talk, man. Come on now. We need to talk. Because he was acting all nonchalant and everything. And so I said, yeah, man, hey, look, we had ran into some little critters and we just want to try to get another place if we can. He's like, well, you could get another apartment. I said, no, my wife distraught. Ain't no another apartment at this point. She not going to choose this place because of that. And the guy was nice enough, he said, well, you don't have to pay for that night. And also he gave us a ride to our next apartment, man. I'm very grateful. Yeah, our next hotel. And I'm very grateful for that. We're not going to put them out there who they are. I'm very grateful for the ride. I'm very grateful that he let us stay there that night and didn't charge us. It was just the critters, y'all. So like I said, it's a bright side to the story. And we really appreciated that.
Yeah, and then we found out later. We actually found out a few days ago, weeks after the fact. We looked back to see where that apartment was because, we didn't know that. We don't know where anything is. Yeah. So we look back, and right now where we're staying is Gambia, where everything is. Taxi cabs, everything.
All the parties, all outside, the clubs, everything is where we at. It's live. That's why we heard the music, y'all.
And because when we looked at the map, we were right across the street from where we were at before. If we had walked outside and went down the street and saw that here, we're still here. We're where the taxis are. Africell was right there. Yep. Africell, we could have got minutes. We thought we were some far.
We thought we was far because we just didn't know. The guy with the hood, if I would have at least walked up there by him, I could have flagged the cab down like it wasn't nothing in 2 seconds. Yeah. And we would have could have walked or any hotel. They all around here, and we didn't know. That was so crazy when we realized that minutes, everything. We freaking out, and we in the middle of where everything is. We're so familiar with this area now. It's crazy. Yeah. So.
And the people are really nice. Like I said, the manager took us to another place. People are really nice like that around here. Yeah. But it was just a funny thing that happened. We just had to tell everyone about it because the tips for that is make sure you get enough minutes when you go to Africell. Yes. When you get here, you got to make sure you get higher than I don't even know what we got. Some type of megabytes.
Yeah, get as much as they got. We come in when you come vacationing or visiting. A lot of times you're gonna have enough money to do that. I think for your safety and for your communication, get the max out. Especially if you just got here. Like we were here our plan was 3 weeks. 30 days, 3 weeks, whatever, max out. They had a 45-day thing, just max out on all of that. That would be very helpful.
Yep, it includes the Wi-Fi and the calls, and they're going to show you the list when you get there.
So. Yeah, and the repats that we were reaching out to, I think we should have reached out to them earlier and got numbers ahead of time. Yeah. Reached out and said, do you have drivers? As many people as we knew, we should have asked and got those numbers ahead of time so that we could have been calling those drivers when we hit the ground. Yep. People will help you. It's going to be people everywhere and they'll be able to find you a driver. But I think now that I look back on it, if we would have did that, we would have had some more options. You want to try to make as many options for yourself as possible.
And also when you get here, if you're in this area or any area like Gambia, there's taxi cab drivers everywhere. They're just sitting out waiting for you guys to come along. Yeah. You have to negotiate with them on what you want to pay them. But along the way, while you're walking past them, get their numbers and information because you can pass it on to other people. They'll have to negotiate with them too. But there's so many out here, you'll get a list of drivers before you leave Gambia if you decide to leave.
Yeah, most of they don't have a transit system like buses. The cabs and the town trip personal driver type cars, all these guys, that is their transit system. So if you're going a straight shot or two from Gambia to the turntable or from Gambia to traffic light, these trips are like 10 Dalasi because it's a straight shot. They were usually going that way anyway.
Is that per person?
Yeah, that's per person. 10 Dalasi per person. So if it's two of y'all, it's 20 Dalasi. One of y'all is 10, and they'll take you to the next main junction or the next main intersection, and then you might have to jump and get into another one from there. So it's very affordable. But just remember that 10 Dalasi because they will tell you more. They'll tell you like 100, 150. That's typically called a town trip. In our video, we might not detail everything. We might have left something out. We might not, we're just telling you our experience. So if we left something out, people that live here, please forgive us, you guys, and y'all can correct us. If we look over the video, we might write it at the bottom, the corrections. But from our knowledge, $10 Dalasi for a straight shot, 150. That's for a round trip. Or if you want to go somewhere far, that's when you want to get into, you know, a couple of $100 Dalasis. And you will have to pay them now to take you far to another city or, you know, somewhere far. You got to pay them because they got to pay for gas and they got to make a living. So
And some of them also, you can take them with you. If you go out to eat somewhere, if you want to, they can, you know, you can take them with you and you can pay for them. You don't have to leave them out.
Yeah.
Some of them will act as your tour guides and they'll show you different places. We have video. We'll show you guys, you know, where they took us.
Yeah.
So, and make sure, you know, just treat them well. You know, they want to be respected too.
Yeah.
Just play games with them if they negotiate with you.
Yeah, if they negotiate and they take their time to take you somewhere, wait and actually be like a tour guide and they almost become like friends, man, you got to pay them for that. You got to pay them for that. And if you use them consistently, what you're paying them, you can negotiate the pay because they're making money off of you every day. So you can really, really work with them, you know. And shouts out if any of our drivers, if any of our friends see this, man, shouts out to y'all, man. You know who y'all are. We might even put some names and numbers at the end of this video that you guys can use if when y'all touch ground. These are nice people. When we finish the video, we'll ask them first. And if they say it's okay, we'll throw the numbers at the end of the video. And or if you guys email us, lmeafrica@yahoo.com, then we'll definitely just send y'all all the drivers we know. As soon as you email us, we'll send you names and numbers. And they already said we could do that already.
Yep. Or if not, we'll just have them listed up on the video where you can just take those names and numbers down.
All right. We hope y'all enjoyed that story. It was very funny. It was very scary a little bit, you know. But when you come here, look, you got to be a little crazy. You got to have a little heart. It takes heart to leave one country and come to a whole nother country, whole nother culture. So you're gonna run into that. Expect that. Expect the unexpected, and enjoy it. It'll become an adventure that you can eventually laugh about and enjoy, man. It'll become that. So we, like I say, at this point, we're good. We're happy. We totally get it. And like I say, don't let it discourage you and have some fun on your trip. All right. See y'all on the next video.
Yep. All right.
Peace.